I was trying to decide if I should do because I always have a choice for podcasts. It's either beer, coffee, or rum. And today, coffee won.
Coffee and rum.
Yes. Well, not yet the rum.
Ugh.
Maybe rum later.
I don't know how people do that. Stick that shit in their coffee.
It's delicious, man. If you get the right like amounts, if you put in too much, it's just basically drinking alcohol and coffee. But if you put just like maybe like half an ounce to an ounce, you can get a really good taste in there.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick. My computer is having a heart attack here.
Can't handle the two monitors.
No, it's not that. It's just
I
being
can't handle that Tip's eating a bologna taco.
nice.
Fucking Christ.
What is going on here? There
I
we
was
go.
out of bread, so I just took some bologna, put some cheese and some mustard, and
Did you get that idea from?
Oh, I mean, I've done it before.
Caesar?
Just, I've never called it a bologna taco before.
It is what it is, man. The heart wants what the heart wants. Yeah.
Let me get the Twitter.
Do 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 do. Do do do. Man, who have I got some stories to tell and some grievances to air?
I've got stories today.
Yeah.
I should probably actually go live first. That's probably a good idea.
And then I will retweet what Dan tweeted.
Boop. And it's up. And we're a go.
Yeah. So wait, are we also Twitchy?
Yes.
Yes.
Twitchy. Hello, Twitchy. How are you?
We're so twitchy.
We've missed you, Twitchy. All right, we should introduce ourselves.
Should we?
I mean, we've only been on here twice, right?
Nah.
All right, fine.
I mean, technically 3 times, but I think the last time was in November, so. Well, welcome to Why Did I Ask For? As always, I'm your host, Dan. With me is Pat.
Hello, beautiful
Yep.
people.
Hi.
So we just had a catastrophic failure of a test stream.
Yeah.
For some reason, Rocket League wasn't cooperating.
It's because I wasn't involved. Shh.
Then,
I think it was Tip's fault, to be honest.
probably because I
'Cause
lost internet.
I rebooted my game, and then I came back, and the game was running fine, and I was about to go live again, and then Tip just disappeared, and I thought he died.
Oh no.
Because, he's... I don't know, it's fucking monsoon season where Tip is or something.
In
It has been
Texas,
since,
yeah.
like, February we've been dealing with this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like every fucking week you're like, hey, it's storming again.
It's,
I don't
it's a new thing for Texas, apparently. Even I think Rooster Teeth tweeted out that they couldn't go outside and film anything because it was so badly, like, it was raining so bad in Austin.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, did you see the video I put up on Twitter? With
Yeah.
the monsoon rain and me being serenaded by my maintenance planner?
I was in Pat's boat. I thought that was you.
Oh, the same guy also saved my life today when I ran out of gas and drove into a ditch.
Did you really?
Yep.
Were you dressed up as Donald Trump when you did it?
No.
And have Jesse come help? No, okay.
No, but see what happened is I was driving, I was going to lunch, and I turn on my car says, "Hey, 35 miles till you need to fill up gas or however many miles." So I thought I can make it into town and get some gas. And I made it around the corner from work, and then my car starts like sputtering. Like I put it in third gear and it's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that."
Oh,
It's like
no.
I'm going to turn around and get gas for free at work. So I'm turning around and then it just says that's enough and it turns off. And my power steering goes out and everything, and I just roll into this embankment.
Ah,
So
no.
it's like, man, I need to call
No.
someone for help. So I call David because he's my friend and he's a maintenance guy, so he'll know how to fix it. So as I'm calling him, with COO, the company's driving by on his way to lunch, and my car's like sitting out there in traffic, and my he gets out. He's like, "Well, let me see if I can long story short, by the time David got there, like there were 30 people that worked there trying to help figure this out.
Holy crap, man!
And finally,
Holy crap.
David's like, "Hey, does your car turn over?" I was like, "No," and I did the key. He's like, "You idiot! You don't have gas." So he called the fuel guy, and he came out and he put gas. And long story short, that's all I needed.
Well, Tip, I'm glad you're okay, man. I'm very grateful that you have good friends out there as well. Oh my
He
gosh.
stopped the whole goddamn office from being productive because he ran out of gas.
Well, I mean, it happens. I mean, I don't think I've ever run out of gas, but I've come really, really close because I'm a scaredy cat. I'm the type that's like you see it below half, and I have to go fill up immediately. I could never get to a position.
No. I've gone down to like an eighth of a tank, but that's
I've
it.
gone down to empty.
I've never completely run out. Although when you get a new car, they tell you you're supposed to do that. Like
Yeah.
put like a small can in the back, and then just to see how far you can actually go once the light turns on.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just drive around and let it go to get empty. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
Well, like what really got me with this is it told me, my car tells me how many miles I have left based on fuel consumption and everything, and it said, "Hey, you got 35 miles."
Clearly, there's a sensor broken.
Yeah.
See,
'Cause
my car does that too. It'll tell me what I have, like, whatever I can have left. But it also changes, like, if I drive on the highway for a few hours,
Mhm.
turn off the car and turn it back on, I suddenly have more.
Yeah.
So, like, I can never trust that because
Because it lies.
It
It's a
lies.
dirty liar.
it does. Unless I know I'm going to be in town for, like, ever. But still, I'm like, I won't risk it. Just fill up.
So apparently we got 64 viewers.
No, that's 66 total views.
Oh.
There's only one live viewer right now, and I believe that's me.
No, that's me.
Aw,
I'm watching.
that's awesome.
We'll get there.
Well, I have quite the. I also have a story too, but first I want to see. Dan, do you have anything you want to say about your weekend? I'm not implying that you do. I'm just
My
asking.
weekend? No. I just worked all weekend. There's nothing special.
Okay. Okay. I have
You
probably
have
a
the
story that's going to date me pretty badly here. So, as many may know, but not people here watching may know, is on Saturday I turned a big 3-0. So I'm now officially old, and I'm 30 years old. And that
Welcome to
wouldn't
the
have been a, yeah, well, I
Yep.
mean, it had to happen sometime, and that makes Tip, someone who visited with George Washington back in the day. But
Which is why I didn't know how to put gas.
he's
What
used
is
to
gas?
horses and whips. But to celebrate my 30th birthday, I woke up and my back went out. Within moments of my getting up, I went to the restroom and I was about to leave the door and I stopped in searing pain. And I always use this analogy. Have you ever had it when your foot or your leg falls asleep and then it wakes up and you're trying to walk and then you're just stuck because it's so painful and you're like, ow?
Yeah.
Well, instead of like pins and needles and that little fuzzy feeling, it was searing pain in my back. To the point, guys.
Kind of like a knife is being pushed in slowly.
Oh, if only it were that comfortable. This was like 10 people were on my back with their elbows and just pushing in as hard as they can. I couldn't move. To the point where I actually had to grab my cell phone and I was texting the wife who was feeding the baby at the time. I may have an issue. I may have a problem. And she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I can't move." She's like, "Oh, okay, hold on." And well, while she was heading over, I tried moving and I found out that I could shuffle. And I was like, "This." I was like, "God, could you be kidding me?" So I was shuffling, and then I get to the bedroom and I tell her, "You know what? I can't," because I was supposed to. She had to go to a meeting for work that morning, and usually I watch the baby and she goes to work. And I was there and I was supposed to watch the baby, but I said, I can't watch him today. I can't, because look, I can't even move it. And I guess you could tell from my face being all red and contorted. And I said, I'm going to try lying down on the ground. So I lied down on the ground and I'm just like, oh my God, this is terrible. And I was like, okay, you can go now. Just, thank your grandma for watching the baby and so forth. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get up now because I'm supposed to be moving. When you have back pain, you're supposed to get up. So I got up. I tried to get up. But as I'm getting up, guys, the most pathetic thing that I've ever done in my entire life, and the most painful thing that I've ever done, where I'm having to throw my elbows onto the ground and push myself up, and I'm literally in tears, like I can't believe this.
I don't know. I mean, you've done some
So
pretty
bad.
pathetic things in your life.
Tip, I assure you, if you had seen me, this was by far the worst. I was just like, ah, help. You know how Anakin looked when he was being crawled out of the lava after
Oh,
Obi-Wan?
with his arms.
That was me. No, I mean, it was bad to the point where I'm so happy my wife wasn't there, because if she had seen me, she probably would have panicked and thought I was dying. I was like, no, I'm just an idiot.
Either that or she would have started yelling at you. You were the chosen one.
Exactly. Oh my god, I would have fell in love with her
I
all over,
want a divorce.
All over again.
all over again. But
If she would
that
have quoted Star Wars.
oh really? But, I mean, that's what you gotta do. You gotta laugh at it. But it was so ironic. Or
So the
coincidental.
next time you
It's
take
like
the most heinous dump in the world in your toilet, and it just smells up the entire bathroom.
Wait. Why did you
Oh.
have to specify in the toilet?
Sometimes he misses.
You know what happens. I mean, we're busy people. We got
But
places
you
be.
need to
Go on.
text April exactly what you texted her, where you say, "I think I may have a problem," so she comes rushing in to help you.
No, that wouldn't be very gentlemanly.
That's
of me.
mean.
Relationship tips from Tip.
That's
There you
kinda-
go.
It's kind of really funny, but that's mean.
So yeah, that was my fun way of spending my
I'm
30
talking
on the
asparagus
couch.
and broccoli poo.
Oh my god, we're still on the poop thing.
I'm always.
We can't go back into poop, Tip. I think we talked about poop before in another.
No,
We hadn't talked about poop.
not here.
Boy, do we have some stories for you.
No. I don't think we do. I don't think we need to go down that rabbit hole.
Well, I think I'm now like completely numb to the effects of things to do with feces, because after having a kid, it's like poop's just everywhere. There's just poop everywhere. You can't
Very
help it.
true. Very
They call
true.
child services for that, Pat.
While it's in the diaper, Tip, I mean, it is the most rancid thing that you can. Once they switch from baby food, they have cute little baby poops when they're baby food. Once they switch to real food, it's like, oh dear God, it's terrible.
It's true. I've been through it twice.
Yep.
I've been through it.
There's
Not with kids of my own.
With
But-
other people's kids.
I'm the second oldest of 5. So
Oh,
Hey.
so you saw it all with your siblings, huh?
yeah, I mean,
You can't help but see it.
yeah.
I guess so.
You people are awful. So, I spent most of my week last week being creative.
Ooh.
I took probably, I don't know, a good 9 or 10 hours to complete this. But I took all of the drawings that we had made of us,
Mhm.
and I colored them in Photoshop and all that fun stuff. And then I'm going to take my webcam down, so for you audio listeners out there, go to YouTube.
Or Twitch.
I
Twitch
created a new shirt design that I just uploaded today to our Society 6 page.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
So let me try
Look
and get
at that.
Look at that thing. Isn't that pretty? Is that
Would you-
backwards?
Describe the picture for our listeners.
It's
Dan,
No, it's
backwards.
actually right. It's right.
for our
Okay,
videos.
because it's backwards on my screen. So it's the 4 of us with the what we are now calling Mike
Yes.
in the middle, the black circle with the white question mark esque thing, and the WDAF letters, and that's now available on our store. So you can get that as a frame print. You can get that on a mug, on a T-shirt, and if I ever get not lazy enough to save a bunch of other sizes, I'll put up other shit. Maybe phone cases.
Let me tell you that the T-shirt is cool. I want the T-shirt, and I already have one of the fine Why Did Ask for products here in my hand as I'm drinking the coffee. But that mug, that one that with all the designs that your friend did, oh my God, I have to have that coffee mug. That is so cool.
Actually, I'm just looking at the page now, and I noticed the hoodie, the zip up the front hoodie, looks really good on there too.
Yeah. Oh man. And then you
So-
posted a poll, I believe,
While we were
about what
doing that-
our next one will be.
I did
I
on our
just
Twitter. There's a
created
poll on our
more
Twitter if you go
content.
and look there.
I demand that to happen.
No. So, but what I learned a bunch of stuff about Photoshop and Illustrator and how to do some different things with that sort of stuff. So, I think I can probably do a better job at making more designs.
That's great, man.
Because I
we
think
need that.
you know I like most of the stuff that we have, but I think there's a couple designs I want to change up or get rid of or whatever and put some new stuff in. And
Yeah.
I think I think I'll have a lot easier time now because I sort of understand how the program works and stuff. But yeah, that initial, like, just coloring the pictures took me, I want to say, maybe an hour and a half each.
Mhm.
Ugh.
And that's, I mean, you can only use the paint bucket so much, and then it just makes it look really bad.
Yeah.
So I had to, figure out that whole process myself. But yeah, I think it was a good hour and a half per picture, and then the rest of it was just setting it up in Illustrator and trying
Well,
to
whatever you
size
you
everything
did.
and line it up. And I realized that Pat's drawing and Jesse's drawing are slightly askew. Like,
No, we're perfect.
when she drew them, they're off a little bit. So I actually had to I had to learn how to tilt them. And there's probably graphic designers out there going, that would have taken me 10 minutes, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're perfect. It's perfect the way it is. Absolutely, wouldn't change a thing. Love it.
But I really like it. And I'm a whore for drop shadows, so,
You heard it here, folks. Dan's
Dan's
a
a
whore.
whore.
We have photographic evidence, by the way. Now, Dan, I
Yes,
don't
you
know
do.
if you know this, and for our Twitch listeners, I'm not sure if we'll be here by the time that podcast listeners got this. I'm looking at the prices on Society 6 Why Did Ask For, society6.com/Why Did Ask For, and it looks like the price dropped from $24 to $19.20
For what?
for the t-shirts.
Nope.
Oh, well then what am I looking at? It's my turn for a webcam adventure. Here
I
we
don't know
go.
what you're looking at.
Yeah, because
Dan.
I'm looking at it right now and it says $24.
Na, 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 na.
Mine still says 24. Maybe it's 1920. Oh.
Oh, no.
So when you actually select the T-shirt to go into choosing the color where Pat is,
Yeah. When
you
you
can see there's a discount of $4.80.
Hey, man. That's
So
like,
yeah, there you go. I mean, get your shirt
that's
now.
almost like not paying
$19.20.
shipping and handling.
Society6.com/why did I ask for. It's society the number 6.com/why did I ask for.
And of course, we're here to talk about how
But
that we can
that
make
20% off, is for today only.
that looks like it's true.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
if
and I also tweeted a link. If you go back in our Twitter history, there's a free worldwide shipping promotion if you use that link. But you can also get, I think it's 15% off of a beach towel, which I don't know if we have any designs that are for beach towels. But if you use the link that I tweeted on the Why Did Ask For account at Why Did Ask For, it'll take you directly to the store, and it's a promo code for free worldwide shipping. It's valid until June 5th at midnight Pacific Standard Time.
I want to see I want a large beach towel with Mike right on the middle of it. That's what I want. That would be the coolest thing in the world. And by the way, Mike again is our little logo thing. That's my lamp, by the way.
What are you doing?
Having webcam issues.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
so while we're waiting, Tip, tell me about your outrage for the gorilla being shot.
I'm not outraged at all.
Oh no.
Well, after doing some research, I found out that the reason he was shot and killed and not tranquilized is because they were afraid the kid was going to die. And the tranquilizer, because the gorilla was the size it was, wouldn't have had an immediate effect. And their main focus was, hey, we got to get this kid. Sorry, Mbaro, or whatever your name was.
See, now this is the conversation I had with my brother earlier, is that once the kid fell in there, I understand. As a father, I get it. You want to do whatever it takes to save the kid. But Dan, tell me if I'm wrong here. How the hell did the 3-year-old wind up in the gorilla cage in the first place?
Because the parents weren't watching him.
Because the
Yeah.
parents were idiots.
It's-
And I have no sympathy for them until they prove somehow they were attacked by ninjas and fighting off ninjas, and their kid somehow trying to flee jumped to,
Yeah.
down there into the gorilla pit. And I feel like these parents need to do some jail time, or they need to be fined to the point where that's child neglect right there. You talk about CPS, man. That is CPS written all over it.
My issue with that, and this goes in the face of everything I stand for, because it's always, hey, blame the parents if the parents had raised their kid better, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
I was a pretty terrible 3-year-old, and I got myself into all sorts of shit. And sometimes it happens where you're there and you're like, look away for a second, then your kid is climbing through the bars of a gorilla exhibit.
Yeah, but Tip, I mean, accident, and I could be wrong. An accident is your kid falls, hits his head, he slips.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the avoidable
Sure.
but unavoidable
If-
things that they can.
If you're around something where you can fall in, you don't take your eyes off your kid
Yeah,
No,
there's-
or your hand off your kid or whatever.
I understand, but I'm just saying, without knowing all the details, like maybe the kid did that super kid ninja move where they get out of your hands and just ran away real fast. I mean, I haven't
You know
seen
what-
the video, so I don't know if the parents were after him or if he just kind of did it.
I would love to hear that that's the case. It would restore my faith in humanity if that's the case, but I severely doubt it. I can't help but feel these parents were just got distracted. They were talking, they were dealing with their lives, and they weren't paying attention to the 3-year-old climbing over the bars. Now, yes, Tip, you absolutely would have done something like that. But your dad
He didn't-
either would have, number one, fought off the gorilla, because he would have won too, probably.
He
And
just
number
would have looked
two,
at it.
he would have gotten you, knocked you to the side, and said, "Don't go in the gorilla cage," and you wouldn't have gone in the gorilla cage.
Yeah, but and I mean, it's just a whole series of events. My understanding is the kid didn't go over; he went through some bars and fell. And
Well,
it's the
to be
first time
close
this has
enough to the
happened.
bars, I mean,
It's the first time this has happened since like '74 or something like that in the entire zoo.
what happened in '74? Enlighten us.
I don't know.
Okay. Tim has picked some obscure time in history
No, I read it.
on Reddit.
No, on
Aw,
one of the
so
news. One of the news ones,
Pat.
they've been talking about it nonstop.
But people get really upset when it comes to their animals, man. You do not mess with animals. What was that other one that they were calling for everybody's head because it was like a rare something in the
Oh,
wild?
when he killed the lion, Cecil the
lion?
Oh, Cecil the lion. Yeah, I remember everybody was, I mean, outraged by that. That was
Yeah.
that was ending the world. It was cataclysmic. And then now, I don't know what happened to Cecil the lion. He's a headdress somewhere or something. I just
Nobody cares. It's
Well,
flavor.
you move
It's
on.
flavor of the week, right? It's
Yeah.
it's whatever the media wants you to be. They'll make a
But-
big deal about it, and as soon as the news, let's stop talking about it, then it just goes away.
But I have to say that of all the cases that involved animals, this is definitely the one that I'm like, okay, the parents need to be in jail, or at least one of them needs to be fined ridiculously.
I can't make that call without knowing
The details,
the details.
maybe. It's really hard for me to find a good reason as to why they weren't watching their kid properly. Even if the kid just kind of wiggled away or whatever, it would take. I mean, they're lucky that wasn't like a tiger cage. Would they have been more careful if it was like a tiger or a lion or a bear? Oh my!
Or
You know
a
what
liger.
I mean? Ooh,
Ooh, if it was a liger, oh.
yes. But
So
anyway-
apparently there's speaking of flavor of the week in the media and hiding things.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Hillary Clinton's not going to get indicted for emails, but for racketeering.
Oh God!
Wait, what? She's
Where
getting
did that
indicted
come from?
Yeah,
for what?
racketeering.
Isn't that like?
Like trading stocks and then like laundering stocks and all that stuff.
It's how they get rid of mobsters. They take a whole bunch of crimes like bribery and stuff, and they put it all together to show a criminal enterprise.
Oh, okay. That makes
Basically,
sense.
they're saying her Clinton Foundation is a big criminal enterprise, and they're like, well, there you go.
That's so dumb.
Bribery, money laundering, embezzlement, kidnapping, murder.
Well, she definitely would have the money. I mean, her and Bill Clinton certainly have the money. They don't need. I don't think they need any type of like mobster help or anything like that.
No,
I don't know, but I could see them probably trying to buy votes and do all that. But then that doesn't make them any better. Our American system has a lot of problems here, Dan.
Apparently, yeah.
We have quite the issue.
Yeah.
But the good news is that Thor Ragnarok is going to have the story of the Planet of the Hulk in it.
Sure.
Really?
You guys talk about your Game of Thrones stuff. I'm going to talk about Marvel stuff, man.
Speaking of Game of Thrones,
By the way, last podcast we didn't say that there was going to be a spoiler. Tip just blurted it out. If you're going to give a spoiler, we have to at least prelude that that's what's going to happen.
Do we?
we
Yes.
discussed it first, and we decided that because the podcast comes out on a Friday, they've had a week to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, there are people that work all week. They
True.
probably wait till the weekend, and they don't want to hear that.
I wait till the weekend to watch Game of Thrones too. Every Sunday when it's released.
They wait till Saturday morning when they wake up with their bowl of Cheerios and sit down at their computer to watch a nice podcast of Flight at Ask For, and boom, Tip ruins it for them. How could you Tip? How could you? Right?
It happens. It happens. Why would you want that? Never mind. Anyway. So anything else fantastical happened this weekend to you guys?
Several things, if I can recall.
It was Memorial Day, so I spent all day yesterday drinking and eating. And
And that's different from today.
I had a barbecue going.
Oh. I see.
And it's amazing to me that when you're grilling, you can just, your stomach becomes like this black hole. And it's like, oh, I'm eating a burger. Hey, they just put brats on. I'm eating some brats. Hey, look, chicken. I'm eating some chicken. And like, you don't even notice it.
Yeah, it just
But if you were
goes
to
down.
eat like that on a regular basis, you'd want to kill yourself.
Wow. I don't know about that.
The Johnny did the same thing. He grilled because also he did kind of like a Memorial Day party slash my birthday party sort of thing. And he made, like Tip said, he made brats, he made chicken, he made burgers, and oh my god, it was amazing.
And you
then
ate everything, didn't you? Like, as soon as some new meat was thrown on the fire, you were like, yes!
meat for Patrick, yes. But I mean, I think Dan wanted to hang out on Skype that day, and I said I can't because this, and I sent him a picture of a
Yeah.
bucket of beer. Johnny got this tub thing that it just houses so much beer. Tip, it's amazing,
Yeah.
and it's ice cold because Johnny does it right. He freezes it the day before, and then he puts it in the ice.
Mine's
it's-
called
it
a
was-
refrigerator.
Well, I mean,
Refrigerator?
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but he gets the beer to the point that you get those little like frozen bits of beer inside the beer, and it's delicious.
You know what's really fun to do with that, though?
Hmm.
Is if they're frozen to that point, you know they won't actually freeze until you tap the top of the bottle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so you wait until somebody's about to open it. You go, oh, wait, here, let me get that for you. And as soon as they start handing it to you, you smack it with your beer bottle, like
Uh-huh.
top on top, and theirs will freeze.
Oh, that's not cool.
Because it's something
That's-
about the alcohol, the way it gets below freezing, but the ice crystals won't. I don't know. It's all scientific, but like they won't
there it is.
interact with each other and freeze.
Did
But
Pat...
if you hit it, it agitates it, and the whole thing freezes.
I'm beginning to think that Pat got an actual webcam, and he's just not telling us.
No, that's actually a cell phone over there. I just got my mom got me a new present too. So sorry.
So now he's just using that phone.
Why buy a
Yeah.
webcam when this works so perfectly? It's the perfect thing that I,
Because why not?
Yeah.
why did ask for?
So, Pat has a bucket of ice. I have my refrigerator. Dan lives in Canada, so he just goes outside. That's
He
how
just
he gets
goes
it.
outside.
Actually, this weekend it was fucking hot. Like
30
nine-
degrees
no,
even
like
probably.
96.
Wow.
I
Okay,
think
you got
it hit.
some.
Yeah,
got
it
some-
hit. Like it was like with the humidity, it was like 41 on Sunday. So that's
Oh,
like 100. I think it's 100.
So
Yeah.
it was 35.
So
and
for
then-
us, it's fucking hot.
That's Texas, man. When you get that hot, but that's every day. And
So it wasn't 41, because that's 105.
Okay, so it was 105. It was 41 degrees. I know that. That
It's
was like-
usually over 105 in
That was
Phoenix
like
every day.
what we have. We have like a heat, and then we have what's called a humidex. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Like humidex, kind of like
Yeah.
a measurement of
So
humidity.
it's
Humidity.
It's like
Yeah.
it's 36 out, but with the humidex, it feels like
Yeah.
41. So like with the humidex, it was 41. But we also have like wind chill in the winter.
We have wind chill.
So
Only our wind chill's like, it's 43 degrees, feels like 42 and a half. Better put on your jacket.
I'm trying to find something I saw. Oh, here it is. So I saw something really cool that I think it should happen, and I hope this guy starts a Kickstarter for it or something, because I would back the shit out of this game. So the guy's Twitter handle is @ParadigmGame, and I only saw it because a friend of mine, Justin, aka Manio, retweeted this, and it's a point-and-click game, point-and-click adventure a la like Leisure Suit Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a
Is that
Seinfeld
Seinfeld?
game.
It's Seinfeld.
Oh my god.
that's
And
so
if you look
good.
closely, I'll leave it there for a second. Look at George's back pocket. He even has the wallet. Like, and he says like this is real because there's a bunch of replies to that tweet, and it was like, oh my god, please tell me this is real. And he's like, oh, it's real. It just takes a really long time to do things because I'm the only one working on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, man, that guy should start a Kickstarter for that because I would back the shit out of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks so awesome. Just from that, like,
Wouldn't he run into a whole bunch of legal issues and all that stuff
well, that's why you Kickstarter.
to pay for the licensing and all that?
Yeah.
I think, and also I think it's been long enough that they don't hold the exclusive rights anymore.
I think the exclusive rights go away once it goes into syndication, doesn't it?
I think so.
I mean, that thing's been in syndication for fucking ever.
It's on Telemundo and
I see.
all these crazy things are going on there. Yeah, the Seinfeld
Have you guys followed it's on Twitter. I can't remember the name of it, but it's if Seinfeld happened today.
Modern day Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
I
it.
don't know if that's the actual. Yeah, I'm gonna look.
She swiped left.
I know what you're talking about. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't follow the account, but every now and again I see it pop up. But yeah, it's like if Seinfeld episodes for today.
I showed her a picture and she swiped left. Why would you swipe on your pictures?
Did you see? Did
it's-
you guys ever
it's-
watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
It's at Seinfeld today.
Yeah.
At Seinfeld today. Okay. Did you guys ever see? I don't know if it was called Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yep.
Yep. That's
And-
exactly what it's called.
Okay. And they did this thing where like they were producing Seinfeld at the time, and then some fan went and took all these parts that they did, and they like sewed them together and made a new episode of Seinfeld.
Well,
Well,
they
it's-
they did do a new episode of Seinfeld on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's
Well,
because Larry David, he's the star of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
uh-huh.
He directed or wrote or produced Seinfeld. One of the three, maybe all three.
He was a co-creator or co-writer
Yeah.
for the first 7 seasons. He left after season 7.
Yeah.
Like he was the one, like in real life, he was George.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the character George is him, and he
Yeah.
lived beside the real life Kramer.
Yep.
So like all the Kramer shit, that was like majority of the stuff that Kramer ever did was like stuff that the real Kramer did.
Yep.
And that guy holds, he still does tours in New York City.
Very good.
Yeah, so
That is really
I,
cool.
I should actually go follow this Seinfeld Today thing.
You know, I really love the innovation that people come up with. They make their own products. Like every year for the Zelda anniversary, somebody does something brand new, and I'm always in love with it. And somebody did like a recreation of the very first Zelda, the NES one, and but they made it like 3D, so now you're looking at it from the side instead of top down, and it was so cool. And it was a like part by part remake. It was great. But then Nintendo comes in and says, nope, you can't do that. It shuts it down. No one ever sees it again.
It's because it's their property. If they didn't have permission to use it,
Yeah.
And that makes sense. But I mean, why not do like I don't know, like maybe find a way to let this kid kickstart it, like you said, and then make Nintendo have it. It would have been so great. I was having so much fun with it.
I had to read some of these. So this modern Seinfeld. After her fuck buddy texts her that she should come over to watch Netflix, Elaine is pissed when he actually just wants to watch Netflix.
The world we live in.
Some of these are great. Like, I don't know if this is one person or a team of people that does this.
It's hard
Oh.
to see nowadays.
Tweets by Jack P. Moore and Josh Gondelman,
Oh, so it's a team.
who is... Oh, yeah, it's just two people. I don't know if they ever had anything to do with Seinfeld itself, but
And
they're great because they just tweet out, like, just what
Yeah.
an episode of Seinfeld would be based on today's things.
Yep. And it's what's funny about it is nowadays if they tried to make Seinfeld, I don't think they could get it made. People are too sensitive. I don't think you could have the Soup Nazi or something like that.
Well, he wouldn't be allowed to be called the Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
Well, because now that's a little bit like culturally insensitive, even to call somebody a Nazi. I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody does it all the time. I feel like every time that society doesn't like somebody, they automatically become Hitler.
Well, that's he's a pretty good person to hate.
Well, that's fine, but why is everybody? That's what's crazy.
Because we live in a society of extremes. Oh, so let me tell you how I'm completely ruined this guy's day at work.
All right.
no.
Every day he talks to me about two things: converting to non-denominational Christianity, and
Right.
just being a Christian, because Catholics aren't Christian for some reason. I haven't figured that out. And
They are
Don-
Christian.
Donald Trump building the wall. Every day, that's all he talks about. And he really wants both of them to happen. So I looked at him and I said, in the Bible, and I just threw out some Bible verses, it says we have to accept the immigrants and take care of them. We can't build a wall to keep them out. Wrap your head around that. You either support Trump or you're a Christian. He hasn't talked to me since.
Well, that's one way to put him down, huh?
Yep. Elaine has
terrible.
no idea what her boyfriend does for a living, and it's now too late to ask. Elaine, teacher, I think, or a doctor? Wait, is computers a job?
George goes to war with an evil barista who writes embarrassing things on George's cup instead of his name.
George refuses to date a woman he finds on 2 different dating apps. George, it's too desperate. Jerry, how did you find out? George, I'm on both.
These are great.
Oh my god.
For you non-Seinfeld fans,
Yep.
fuck you.
If you haven't watched Seinfeld, you need to seriously reconsider your life and go watch Seinfeld.
Yep.
You're gonna be a little bit behind, and all the technology's outdated, but the jokes are hilarious.
Well, I mean, I find with Seinfeld, if you have to understand that it's a show about nothing before you start watching it.
Yeah. And you either love it or you hate it. I've never seen anyone that's been like, it's okay.
I used
Well,
to
it's
hate
kind
it.
of the same thing happened with Napoleon Dynamite, right? Nobody got it at
Oh my
first.
god, I did. I love that
bet.
movie from day one.
Just it being so awful but wonderful at the same time. It's like it knew how horrible it was, but
That's a
it
great
used
bike.
that to be hilarious.
It's got shocks, pegs, lucky.
I just loved Uncle Rico. I was
Oh,
like,
Wolverine hunting.
he's so perfect.
It's a liger. It's probably my favorite animal. Oh, I gotta watch that movie again now. Just thinking about it. Just working on my dance moves. The way he fucking drinks the juice. That movie's incredible. I don't know how people look at it. But then again, I got a dumbass sense of humor, so.
No,
You
it's
could say
perfect.
it's getting pretty serious now.
Well, guys, I think we've been going for What are we at now? 41 minutes. Holy shit. We're
Oh,
almost
that's a
up
new
to
record
old
for us.
times. What's going on here?
Wow.
But anyway, I think it's about time to wrap up here. So if you have any final thoughts, we'll throw them in now. Yes? No?
Watch us on Twitch.
Join
Yeah.
us on Twitch.
We're going to try and do some more Twitchy stuff, whether it's podcasting or playing games or whatever.
Me and Tip recorded something fun that hopefully we can show you guys later. Tip, you have the footage for that, right?
What?
Well, he
footage?
didn't want to tell you, but he wasn't actually recording.
Remember that thing we recorded the other day?
The one I put in Dropbox.
Yes,
All right, we
that.
can talk
Well,
about
but
that.
it is there. It is there, though. Okay, good.
Well,
Yes.
now we got to find out.
But it's
Well, we
just
can
something
find out
fun.
later.
Yeah, but it was fun, and I hope to share that with you guys.
Ghostbusters? Any Ghostbusters?
Oh, maybe we'll see.
Any Ghostbusters coming out? No? I don't know.
Yes,
Yes.
kind of.
All
But
right.
the problem is,
No, don't tell them.
All right. No.
secret.
It's going to
Okay.
be a surprise. That's fine.
Yes.
I was just asking because we haven't done Ghostbusters. And as for the Fallout 4 DLC, the Far Harbor stuff that I promised, that's probably not going to happen for a little while because I'm poor and I can't afford it. So if you want to send me money, that's cool. But, you know,
we don't have a Patreon, but we do
Patreon.
have... Huh?
Patreon.
Oh, we don't have one of those either?
We don't have a Parthenon
Yeah, we don't have the gay strip club either. But well, it's okay. We'll figure it out somehow.
yet.
But somehow maybe you guys will find out how to get us money. I'd really like to quit my job. I've embarrassed myself way too much.
Just keep watching.
Let's keep watching.
That's all.
Yes.
All right, well, that's probably a good place to end. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and especially those of you who may or may not have popped in on Twitch. If you did, awesome. Keep it up. And we will see you next time. So hopefully we made you ask, why did ask for?
Why did end